Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Downtown, Kato Paphos. That's where we are. We're wiggling past the main reception of the Dionysus Hotel. That is the Democritus restaurant over there. On my right-hand side is the deli gate. If your name's Mr. Shady Tree and there's a shady lady in your life and you like an Indian restaurant or two, well, that could be that restaurant for you. When they come back in September, they're going to do an Indian restaurant extravaganza. And you know I'm going to die, although I'm dying now. Anyway, an Indian restaurant extravaganza. Racing round, checking all the curries out. But so far, they've said that the deli gate, they believe, is the best. But also there's the curry house out this way as well, Mr. Mike. So perhaps you haven't been to that one. And of course we found that one the other night. I can't remember the name of it, but something to do with the moon and the sky, wasn't it? And looked like a good restaurant, looked quite busy. Notorious, that's coming up there. It seems to be relocating, look at that. And they're opening a bit of a tattoo studio in the former one. What's going on there, I don't know. We'll have to ask a few questions and find out. This is the scruffy part of Bar Street, by the way. And look, there's a lot of big fencing gone up here on the right-hand side, because as I told you, those buildings have been bought. Yes, lots of people don't believe us, but they have. They've been bought, and somebody is going to refurb them, and somebody is going to turn them into shops, clubs, and pubs, and put some luxury apartments above them. So it's going to come back better, isn't it? That restaurant's open. Look at that. See, the restaurant open there. This one we don't know. Over here is Pence Harris Rentals. He's had a lick of paint. Next door to that is the Keg and Barrel. That's a busy place late afternoon and into the evening. Memories Bars, and you can go and sit there and have a cocktail or two and perhaps feed the cats. If you want some fish and chips, well, right in front of you, look through the X4 BMW, and there is T&G's. T&G's? No, T&J's. I'm thinking it could be mine. Perhaps they're going to give us a half share, because of course my surname is G. You never know. Could become T&G's, but it's not. It's T&J's. And there's the lodge. Look at that. And that's across the road to the Animi Hotel. There we are. We know a few superstars who are staying in there. There's a family from downtown Manchester, and they're there as we speak. They accosted us on camera the other day. Good morning, Mr. Nathan. Good morning, good morning. Dave, Julia, good morning. And we're going to hopefully bump into them on Monday. So that's tonight. Yes, it is. Because that young man, well, he's not that young to be honest, but that tall man called Mr. Nathan, he is going to help us to set up a Instagram account and a TikTok account, because one or two people have been saying to us, and that's what you should do. So we've taken your advice, and guess what? Mr. Nathan is going to set it up for us. And then we'll slowly but surely learn how to do it, shall we say? Because remember, I am an idiot in a hat, a blue hat to be precise, and a pair of sunglasses. But luckily, I managed to capture the heart of possibly the most beautiful woman in the world. And of course, her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Labouf. There we are. And if you're wondering, what does Miss Ochin Gracivia Labouf mean? Well, Ochin means very. Gracivia means beautiful, and Labouf means love. So in plain, simple English, it means very beautiful love. That's the name that I came up with for Miss Marika, because I promised her that I was going to make her the most famous woman in the world. And slowly but surely, she has become the most famous woman in our little world, which of course is the Kato Paphos Promenade and Harbour area. If you want to come and chat with us, if you want to get a picture with us, if you want to say hi, if you want to say boo, why not come over and give us a hug or two? We're always in the Harbour and Promenade area. If you want to meet us, drop it in the comments if you can't find us, and we will arrange to bump into you. But more often than not, you're going to find us in one of those restaurants in the harbour area. We normally storm the Kato Paphos Harbour from around about 7 o'clock until around about 8 o'clock, and after that we like to chill out in one of those restaurants in the harbour. And most evenings we'll be there till 10, 11 o'clock. If you see us, please come over and say hello. If we're sitting with some other people, that doesn't matter. Don't be rude, as you may think. Come over, please come over and say hi. Sit down and we can all chat and chuchka dance together. We're wiggling and we're waggling and we're heading towards the downtown Kato Paphos Harbour. You can't drive through there anymore because of all the big diggering, so that's the diversion you have to take. That's the Paphos Mall roundabout. The silver building is the Paphos Mall. We's are taking left, and we're going to go under the Paphos Skywalk, which is a raised steel scruffy looking structure, but it's been made to look scruffy. It's been aged artificially to make it look rusty, and I think it looks very, very nice. And I think if you're in Paphos, before they start charging for it, because that's the rumour, that perhaps you should go and have a quick walk on it. You can enter this way, like these people on the left are, going through the catacombs, or over on the right hand side is where the raised platform touches earth and you can walk up. It takes you about 15 minutes, 10 minutes. If you walk all the way around, you then go a bit off-roading and you end up just up here on the left with a great viewing point back to the blue Mediterranean Sea. I think it's worth it. 10-15 minutes of your life. After that, you can come back down and go into the Mall and chill out in the aircon and perhaps buy, I don't know, a frappe or two. Now, this is the road where all the people want to sell you a property. If you're looking to buy a property, this is probably the road for you. There's quite a few property sellers along here, and of course they've got quite a few properties to sell. But one word of warning: we can all fall in love with a property, but make sure you do all the due diligence and make sure you get a lawyer that is not recommended by the estate agent. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a bit of trouble. You might find yourself buying a property that hasn't got title deeds, so that's not good. So always go on recommendations and get an independent lawyer, not recommended by the estate agent. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. There can be a lot of in bed togethering going on, as I say. Here we are, we're in downtown Kato Paphos Harbour. It's a spectacular morning indeed. Look at it. That sky, it's blue. Well, that sea is a turquoisey blue. Mr. Paul, guess what? He's dressed head to toe in dew. In dew? No, not dew. In blue. Especially for you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Because I tell you what, Cyprus is quite simply waiting for you. Most of the improvements, by the way, along the promenade and in the harbour are now complete. So get yourself on that bird. You're not missing, well, what can I say? There's one or two things to be improved still. As you see here, if you look very carefully, they are still doing the main entrance to the harbour, but this part on the side here is open, and well, it's taken them a bit of time, shall we say, and we wish they would speed up, but of course now the weather is against them for all the wrong reasons, isn't it? Because it's too hot, too cold sometimes, and too wet, and now it's just too hot. To be honest, some of these men that are working in this heat, hats off to them. If you're pushing barrows of cement round and gravel and then stamping it in and then troweling it into place in this weather, to be honest, hats off to you. They're doing a great job, so let's wish them luck, and hopefully the pathway, if you're familiar with Paphos now, we are to the rear of the harbour area. That's the castle coming up there on the left, and then just coming up here some barriers on the right hand side, and this is the pathway that takes you out to the actual lighthouse beach. And you see, because I'm a cheeky little bugger, look at that, there we are, and that's how they're getting on, see? So it's coming closer and closer and closer, isn't it? And there's a bit of walling, a bit of fencing going in. There's a commemorative plaque there that was actually put in place and christened by the President and the Gumbaru Adonis himself. When it's finished, it's going to be spectacular, that is for sure. And they say that it's going to be open in and around the end of July. I can see there's the commemorative plaque there. There's a rock over there. Then there's unfortunately a blue mobile toilet, as you can see. But if you look carefully beyond the steel foundations, there are some concrete sun huts that have been put up. And apparently there's a few of them that have been put up along the way. So that's going to be open soon. So don't forget to keep coming back now and again, because when it's open, we'll take you on a special trip on that pathway. Because we understand there's a lot of people missing it, because that's the path that links the harbour to the area known as Tomb of the Kings, isn't it? So if your name is Mr. Sean, you've got a partner in crime called Miss Tina, and you're hanging out in the Cephalia's Beach tourist village, that's where they are, yeah. That's the quickest way and the nicest way to get to the harbour. Probably around 15-20 minutes of a walk. But at the moment it's closed because they're doing the refurbishments. So there you go. If you're in the Elysium Hotel, again, that will be the way. If you're walking, although if you're in the Elysium Hotel, to be honest, you'll be getting a Rolls Royce or something like that, because that's a 5-star luxury. And I mean, real 5-star. You're not staying there for chump change. Well, that's for sure. I think they actually give you a Rolls Royce with each room. Well, suite, if you take a suite. Anyway, downtown Kato Paphos Harbour on a spectacular day indeed. If you're wondering about the temperature, well, it's 30 degrees and we haven't even got to lunchtime yet. So there we go. So if you do like what you see, why not go to our about page where you could consider to buy us a coffee or two on a little platform that's called Buy Me a Coffee. That's what it's called, Buy Me a Coffee. So hunt us down on Google, Buy Me a Coffee there. But there's a guy with no respect for anybody else. I was on the roundabout first, as you can see, but hey, he's much cleverer than me as he whizzes around with his mobile phone to his ear, because of course, as I've said, he is much, much cleverer than you. Isn't it a shame that there's not a policeman around when you want one? There we go. Rant over, Mr. Andy. Let's let these guys go. There we are. And we've got some thank yous as well. Isn't that nice? See? So we've got an idiot in a black Mercedes up there, and then quite a nice chappie in a black Mercedes behind him that has a little bit of respect for the world around him. I know it's a common problem in the world, but if you are driving around, especially in a tourist area, why not give the people that little bit of respect? At the end of the day, they're giving respect to your country and come here, and they're spending their money here. But what can I say? Rant over. Here we go. We're heading out now towards the rear of the Kato Paphos Promenade, and we'll show you one of the diversions. So if you were going from the harbour back to the promenade, what's going on here? Is it open? Is it open? Is it closed? I wonder, have they opened this road? Could be a first. Well, let's go and have a look, because this is the road past the Basilica Resort, and it takes you past the Papa Antonio supermarket. So this is a world first in downtown Paphos. I don't think anybody has ever been on this road, because it wasn't open yesterday, but it's open today. Well, let's see if we can get all the way round, shall we? And I'm wondering, have they made it a one-way? I've got a feeling, you know, that they may have made this road a one-way. But anyway, if you're coming from the harbour and you're going back to the hotels along the beachfront, back towards the top of the promenade, there you go. That's how you do it. So if you've got a hire car or two, this could be that special, special way for you. But yes, it would appear, or is it not? Let's go and have a look. Let's go and turn round and see if we can go down this road that way. Just let me die as I turn round. Right, it does say dead end, one way. There we go. So you're not allowed to go that way. There we go. There we go. So we'll now turn round. See how there's liveness on this channel. I like to give it in real time. Should we drive down the Kato Paphos Promenade, especially for you? There we go. There we are. Let's see. I'm like a local now. I'll just turn around here. I promise not to run any tourists over. Whatever you do. If I find the old local, well, I might give them a nudge or two. Especially if it's that chappie in that black Mercedes there. Had no respect for anybody else. I'll give him a nudge in his bottom. Right, let's keep going. That was especially for Lady Ali and, of course, Sir Neil. Hopefully he's not choking too much as he knocks back that can of Kia. There you go. See? So you're not allowed to go down that road. So I've got a feeling, something is telling me that this mayor is now trying to make everything a one-way, like they do in most places like Chester or Cambridge or certain parts of London, just to make it that little bit more difficult for you to circumnavigate your way around. Anyway, downtown Kato Paphos on a truly spectacular day indeed. If you enjoyed what you see, please come back again. There's a lot of madness going on in my head, that's for sure. And hopefully I can cheer your day up. I'm losing my English already. Marika's not even with me. Hopefully I can cheer your day up that little bit more. Thanks for watching, and of course, if you do like what you see, want to hit that like, click that subscribe, perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. There you go, Mr. Mike, another Indian restaurant especially for